At the start of the movie, a charming girl is seen standing in the cave who is imagining something. As she closes her eyes, then she reaches such a world that is precious. She begins to fly there independently. There are separate the petals of flowers around her. Those petals begins to revolve around her. But something bad happening starts there. And those petals are turned into a power and also into the ropes which bind her while catching. Being frustrated, the girl breaks her trance. Now she is seen caught in the cave by someone and she is her sister. It means that it was all her imagination. Neither we are petals nor anything which has caught her. And she has tied her hair. Her sister says to her, all is well, you are alright. Both are very worried because the girl wanted to be immortal, so she used to imagine moving into a cave. And she adopted the different strategies, but she was not getting ability to be immortal till today. Her sister consoles her saying, everything will be alright. She hands over her a hairpin saying, pardon me, it was yours, but I used to forbid you to touch it. Take your object back from today. Then a mysterious light emits from that pin, and the scene shifts back to the old time of 500 years ago. It is known here. These both sisters are not any human being but snakes. One of the snakes' name is Blanca, and the both used to be active on secret missions. And their actions were not like human beings, but their appearance was like the human beings, and they could not transform themselves. And the nature was behind this. They both are great destroyer. Blanca is shown wearing the dress of place waiter, where she enters the place with other workers. Now Blanca immediately goes before journals the room which was built in the place. Blanca drills that wall using her magic. She begins to peep inside. She observes many snakes in the room of journal. She takes out her pin and throws it to the journal. Being aware, journal stops that wand and he sends his all servants in her direction. The fight begins there. There is water at the backside and journal servant push Blanca into the water and she is fallen into the water and she is awakened. It means this is also her imagination. It may also happen as she has lost her conscious in the water at the time and someone had brought her while lifting. She is not an old house where no one is present and it is covered by its surroundings. She is also unable to view outside to know who is coming because of house covering. But she hears a minor sound, so she alerted. Someone also reached there and she is an aged woman. She is very decent and she asks Blanca politely, coming to her, oh girls, what is your name? But Blanca is silent before her because her name was out of her memory. Then she begins to talk with that old lady. The name of the village is Snake Catcher, where she is now. It was called the Catcher Village because all villagers used to catch the snakes and they used to give them to the journal. Journal never took tax from them in return, but they have no knowledge about it. Why is he showing his much courtesy? It means why he is not taking tax from the villagers in return. There may be some benefit of it. What was his benefit? It was secret. No one knows that he wants to create a demon, extracting the venom from the snake, and he wants to become omnipotent of the world's thought through it. Those all ladies are very courteous, so they say to Blanca, let me show you the whole village. They take Blanca along with them. At the beginning she feeling very good. After some time she begins to hear some sounds which are of the some snakes. It is obvious that she herself was a white snake, so she was understanding the language of snake. She was realizing as all snakes needs help. Now the gates of village are closed before the evening time. Then a handsome boy and his pet dog enters there before some time. That boy's name is Xuan and he is not interested in catching snakes. His mentality is different from the villagers. He may understand the attentions of the journal as what he wishes. Then old lady tells Xuan, look, Blanca used to live in our village, but she has lost her memory now. So it is revealed here. Xuan had brought white snake from somewhere and she used to live in the village. Now she has forgotten everything. So Xuan takes Blanca to the same place. There is also his pet dog with him. Now his dogs detect a new direction on the way, indicating that there is a shortcut which leads to it. As it begins to move forward while jumping, then it is fallen into a ditch. Fortunately, he had not crashed with the ground till now. White Snakes rescue it while flying and she is also shocked thinking, wow, I can also fly. She could also fly before, but it was not in her memory because she had forgotten everything. and Xuan is shocked witnessing her ability. Both are very happy. Now Blanca comes to the same waterfall from where Xuan had caught her. Reaching there, a vision strikes her mind as someone has pushed her and she opens her eyes. Coming into sense, she begins to remember. As this place is associated with any place, there is something which she is forgetting. Then Xuan places her hand on her shoulders coming there. She releases some energy moving her hand toward him. As a result, Xuan is fallen away moving into the air. Blanca goes to him and catches his hand and they both begin to fly. While flying they reach a place of thickest forest. There are some trees, meantime a few snakes arise there which try to sting them. But Blanca also shows her boldness here. She rescues Xuan and herself from those snakes. On the other side, a thing is seen in an desolate cave. She is snake master. There are also multi snakes there. There is also their places and the court. It is the same snake on which Blanca has attacked. Then he tells Snake Master that Blanca was in the company of such boy, who is a snake catcher and he belongs to the same village. Then Snake Master gets furious. How many a snake be the friend of any human being? So she begins to ask there, who is here to bring Blanca here? Then her sister moves ahead wearing green dress. She says to the Snake Master, if you allow me, I will bring my sister here. But Snake Master fills her with death scales after being rude. Okay, you have 3 days. If you are not able to bring your sister Blanca here, then you will be killed by these death scales. Now Blanca's sister has to bring her here at any cost. Otherwise her life may also be lost after the 3 days. On the other side, Blanca and Xuan comes to the waterfall where Blanca also finds her wand. But she is not recalling it. How did it reach here? As she continues to have a look at her belongings, as she continues to recall each and everything, but she had not still stabilized. Now Xuan says to her, Blanca, it is also not in my memory. What is your background? He reads the name of a workshop on the hairpin. He says to her, it is good idea. She may know while moving to this shop, I will take you with me. And he will tell, who are you? What is your name and from where had you come to get this pin? Then it is seen that assistant of journal appears in the village, who is searching for Blanca. Xuan quickly moves away with Blanca to hide her. Contrarily, journal transfers his worker into a bat and asks him to spy Blanca and Xuan, and he also asks him to chase them. On the other side, Blanca and Xuan are going while crossing the stream. Then a demon snake appears there. It is looking very strong. It has come to end Blanca. How can Blanca endure it? So she transfers into her real form. Blanca throws it into the water while hitting. After this, it is ended here, but Blanca's much energy is wasted here. So she also lays on the board and she is feeling feeble. She says to Xuan, getting up, you have seen my real appearance. You should not stay with me. I am also a demon. I may not harm you. Xuan says, if I was going to receive any harm, then it had happened. I will remain with you. Now Blanca and Xuan moves to that workshop together, where this hairpin had been made. Its maker is a girl, having the double faces. One is like the girl human and other is like a fox. Now she is shown there, this hairpin. Then she looks at Blanca. She also looks at hairpin. She tells them this hairpin does not belong to Blanca. It belongs to someone else. But Blanca had taken it by her name in its meeting. Then Xuan asks, who is its real owner? Who asked you to make this hairpin? Shop owner says that I can give you a hint. Now it is up to you to search for her. She gives him a scale of snake and she tells that you can search her through this. They both move to the forest, taking this scale. They have also the same pet dog. Then Blanca's sister White Snake appears before them, who was covered her face with hood. They come before each other and both ask to stop each other with their hands. At the same time, White Snake's sister says to her, stop it. Blanca is less astonished. How does she know my name? Then she remembers that she is my sister. Both embarrass each other. Blanca's sister says to her, I am compassionately saying you, keeping yourself always away from the human being. They are not made for us. They are snake hunters. What can you expect from them? But Blanca ignores it. Then a bat appears there which had come to spy Blanca and Xuan. But Blanca's sister thinks that it has been committed by Xuan. So she starts fighting with Xuan going beside him. You have brought this bat here so you may entrap my sister and you may kill her after getting control over her. Then Xuan says to her, no, why will I commit as such? I have rescued your sister from every danger. In spite of it, you are saying me as such. but she was also very mysterious. Then Blanca comes there and begins to run, accompanying Xuan. They move to underground. Blanca's sister also tries to come behind her, but the cave is closed before it. Then they come at such a place where an eagle is on the wall, which does not let go Blanca after catching her. Xuan again moves there and rescues Blanca, and he takes her in his lap, who come in a form of snake before a time. In spite of it, Xuan remains fearless. There is such gate with the written statement. It is called Gate of Life. They enter the door. It is known that exorcism was performed in this room. It means that demon is released from someone else's body when he was processed it. Xuan says to Blanca, "You may sit here. I come back after searching way." Now Blanca begins to stare at the wall there, and she also starts to look around her. There are some skeletons of demons. They were stated something of them. She comes to know, having flashback again, that she is demon and exorcism used to practice here, which had also been practiced on her at once. Then Xuan comes there and she says to him, "I have recalled who I am." So Xuan proceeds her and he says to her, "It is not such as you are thinking. You are a very nice girl. I do not think that you are demon. If you are a snake." Then they both come outside. As they move outside, there is already White Snake's sister, who is aggressive. She kicks their pet dog toward them and she says to Blanca, "My sister, listen to me and return back with me." Then Blanca says to Xuan, "I will have to go now. I have recalled that I am such a snake which could not survive with humans." Begins. Xuan expresses, "How can I let you go? You are with me for a long time. Have you not known that either I am your sincere or unsincere?" Then Blanca says, "I know nothing except the fact that we are unlike." Then Xuan says, "Okay, you may go, but I will surely come back, and you will also repent thinking why you left." Now Blanca and her sister leave that place. Blanca's sister showers her affections on her too much and says, "Why did you keep yourself away from this place?" Then Blanca notices that the death scales are growing from her sister. She says to her, "Are you mad? Why will you not inform me before? I surely accompany you if you got any harm. Who was the responsible of this?" Then General's assistant approaches there and he begins to fight with them. He had knows about them, thought that bat, which was spying Blanca. Then General appears there during the fight and he frees some birds on them, which begins to release radiation on them, and these rays are similar to the arrows, and both sisters are stuck there. The General comes there and snatches Blanca's hairpin from her hand, but Blanca was also not going to let it loose easily. Both are using their strength. There is an explosion because of snatching the hairpin. On the other side, Xuan is seen, who is very sad and he is missing White Snake Blanca. Then he meets that fox demon with double appearance moving to that shop. He requests her, "Kindly transfer me into a demon or convert me into such a creature that I may live with Blanca." Then that fox demon enchants and his tail is appeared. There is not the tail of his pet dog when he notices going outside. They both begin to run. Xuan was demon now and he moves to the same place where Blanca and her sister had gone. He observes that place has been ruined. He gets worried. Blanca's sister appears there and she tells him that General had come attack there and he also tried to snatch our hairpin, but it exploded at the same time and my sister Blanca sucks his energy. Now she is not a snake but a great python from whom everyone feels fear, and she is creating devastation throughout the village. Seeing White Snake, Xuan comes to know that she is in aggressive mood. She is creating havoc in the whole village. Xuan wants that he may stop her, but he has tail now, so she could her return to village. He immediately hides his tail and he goes after Blanca, who was going to attack the villagers. They were snakes hunter. No one knows what had occupied her thoughts. Everyone changed after transforming into a demon. Xuan was right in saying to her that she was a demon before, but she was an unharmful snake. Xuan also follows her, so he may stops her from attacking on the village. At the beginning, he says to the villagers, "But be alert. There is approaching python. It will harm all of you because she is good-hearted snake." Then the General appears there and he reveals his tail. It means he shows the real appearance of Xuan before everyone. Then all villagers are left shocked and they begin to say ill to Xuan that he is a demon. He hide his tail from us and he is talking about a python. So he was taking unlessly, and the General start to feel excitement how he convinced others so strictly. Xuan is in the air, so he says to all villagers, "He is deceiving you. There is still time to know the reality because he has transformed a good snake snake into a demon. She has transformed into a python who is coming to attack all of us. Do you want to waste your lives as it is? Then he makes himself free immediately and moves to Blanca's python. He says to her, appearing himself before her, Python, just stop, you are. Blanca, you are unharmful snake. Just feel your goodness, you can never be a bad one. Look, my tail has also grown. I have also transformed like you. Now we can stay together. I am not a human, Blanca, now. Blanca is hearing his word concentrically. The general comes there as she begins to move ahead, and he imprisoned her, throwing that trap on her, which was attached with his machine. At the first sight, he entraps Blanca's sister and Swan in this machine, so he may become more powerful, attracting their souls. And what was the more important for him, track the souls of both Snake sisters. Fortunately, Snake's leader appears there, which stops the Snake demon general of doing so. Snake leader smashes his machines as she approaches. Now Blanca's sister gets a chance to end the general. She attacks General's back with that jade wand, and she stabs that wand into his neck so he instantly loses his breath. Afterwards, she moves to Snake leader holding the wand, but Snake leader ends all snakes before it, and she becomes strongest, transforming their soul into her body. And she also begins to snatch the power of Blanca with it. And Blanca is reached to her last death soon. Then everyone knows here that Snake leader is not here with the aim to rescue anyone, but she wanted to pave her path after killing the general because she wishes to be the Snake leader. And she also wanted to rule over others, transforming herself into a snake demon. Snake leader is going to extract Blanca's soul with it. Then Shuan turns on that machine which had been turned on to extract their three souls. Now Snake's leader's soul is transferred there. Then the snowstorm breaks out there. The climate is turned into cold. Swan's body is wasted here. It is disappeared. Blanca loses her heart and she sits dejectedly. The villagers are also worried when the storm stops. Blanca says to her sister, coming to her, there is Swan's soul in this hairpin and he will surely return back. She is always with you. Many years later, Blanca's sister says to her, many years have passed. Swan's soul was in this pin and he had also come back in this world. They go to the market together. Blanca's pin falls down from her grip. Then handsome boy picks that pin. He is not anyone else but Swan, but it is not in his memory as who is he, as it was not the memory of Blanca, but everything was recalled her. In the same way, Swan will also recall. Blanca was very excited here because their love story was going to start here. It is wishes that they will lead a happy life together. The movie complete on this scene. Stay with us, stay connected, and thanks for watching.